you to BA in EOTS. My name is Gabriela Gonzalez, for those of you who don't know me already. I am responsible for giving you a small presentation on what creativity in the classroom is. Perhaps we can leave any questions or doubts you may have until the end of the presentation. Let's begin. What is creativity? We all have that question. And creativity is all around us. It's the ability a human being possesses on creating new things in different ways. We find creativity in our daily lives just by the way we do certain or specific tasks. It's how we do it different from what another individual may create. We see that this all depends obviously on how I visualize things. How I see a chair may be different from what my classmates sees a chair, and that's what makes us creative. The state of mind we have of thinking and developing new things every day. As teachers, I believe this is a very important topic to abord because it's what brings us to creating more and new successful lessons for our students. If you think about it, we have our original normal classrooms, and they're filled with desks, students, a whiteboard, but we lack that creativity. We are the ones in charge to make our students wanting to do new things in school and to actually enjoy their time there. That's why we should focus on finding new techniques that will allow our students to develop their creativity, and with that giving us more successful tasks. Moving on, I will give you a small explanation on how can it help our education. Because if we sit and think about how are our kids doing right now in school, we will find that perhaps 50-50. 50% of them are actually enjoying their time there, and 50% are just there because we send them to school. We expect our children to study, get good grades, and move on so they can succeed in life. But that is not the key of education. We should find new ways to make our kids want to go to school and have it. Because it is said that when you enjoy something, you are more likely to succeed in it. That's why as teachers and as parents, because I know that in the audience we have teachers, parents, and students, we need to seek creativity in every single one of our individuals around us. Because if we incorporate that in our academics, in our daily lives, we are more likely to come up with new innovative ways of living that will eventually revolutionize our lifestyle. Moving on to our next section, we have the audience we are working with. In my case, I am an elementary pre-K teacher that is practically 24/7 around little audience that are our children. Therefore, it's my responsibility to find ideas to incorporate to my lessons so they can enjoy what they're doing and for me to receive that from them too. Because we must not forget, in order to receive creativity from our students, as teachers, we must promote it in our classes. When working with a younger audience, it indicates children, we are basically forced to do research on innovating techniques that will be attractive for them. Therefore, what I do with high school students may not work with my elementary students, or perhaps what I do with my elementary students may not be so attractive for my college students. That's why each level requires new techniques for them to explore what they can do. For example, in my elementary classes, I may ask them if we're going to write a short story on animals. As an example, I'm just going to say, we are going to write on anything except paper. Then you'll see how they come up with the most brilliant ideas. They're going to write on a cardboard, on a cup, on a ball, on a toy, and an eraser. And that's inciting their creativity. And that's what makes classes really, really fun. And they enjoy it. But let's not mistake creativity with chaos. Because you may say, come on. As a teacher, you cannot say, oh, you're going to do whatever you want. Of course you're not. Because that's when chaos gets perhaps confused with being creative. Being creative does not mean you're going to let your students wander off, do whatever they want. You're going to give them capacity and time for them to express what they want to learn and how they want to learn it. And that's when the teacher will adapt what she has in her lessons for her students to actually come forward with successful tasks. Moving on, I will tell you, how can we do this? Therefore, this allows all types of students to get involved. Exactly. As a teacher, I cannot say that all my students are the same. I have the most. Because we find that we have students with so much motivation, and this protects students in stricter motivation. That is why teachers need to model creativity in each lesson for their students to do the same and transform their learning experience. With this, I'm not saying that, I'm going to walk in the classroom and tell them, we're going to paint. Creativity does not just involve painting. It involves everything you can think of. From reading to writing to painting to music, it is important that we all include it in all levels. As I mentioned before, I work with younger audience, but does not mean I can't include that. I could even use that with my adult students, and they enjoy it. Here in the audience, tell me, who does not enjoy a coloring book, painting a portrait, listening to music, playing the piano? If you all have the possibility to try each and every one of these things, I do suggest you will succeed. Because you cannot say, I'm going to fail in something that I have not tried. That's why as teachers, we may think that this probably is not going to work for me. How is it not going to work if you haven't tried it? We have to try everything that is at our reach to make our students feel the potential that they can succeed, and therefore promote education. Because the problems we face, not only in our daily lives, but academically in the 21st century, it screams creativity for them to be solved. In conclusion, I can say that creativity can be used in every classroom you want, the way you want it, and obviously keeping in mind that the main object of this is to create learners that are motivated to go to school. I will read you a really famous quote right now that a very famous scientist has promoted, and I think that it's very important for you to know. As a conclusion, this is the quote I will be sharing with you guys today. It is a supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Albert Einstein. For me, that is so true, and I hope that you all enjoyed and actually got the point of my little presentation, that is to motivate kids, adults, grandparents, parents, whoever you want, by including creative ways in your life and your education. Thank you.